Hello and salutations and welcome to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, I don't know why I got like oddly quiet there at the end of that. In the last episode, we made our way through the first half of Great Bay Temple. Really, probably more than half if we're being perfectly honest. Because we got a good bit done. We got the dungeon map, we got the compass, we got the dungeon item, the Icers, and we also got the boss key. Really, we finished the whole dang... Okay, this is not going as planned. Get out of the water, Link! Link, please! Thank you! Good God, man! Good goodness! You're not working with me. Okay, get back in the water now, because we're in the wrong spot. There we go. So yes, we got a whole heck of a ton accomplished in the last episode. It was really cool. I mean, I know you guys were there, so you probably already know. But I enjoyed it. I truly did. In this episode, we're probably going to be... Well, actually, I know. We're going to be finishing up the Great Bay Dungeon, temple thing, whatever. And then, yeah. We're going to go turn in the Great Fairy, so I don't forget that again. I'm never forgiving myself for that. I hope you guys realize that. Like, I'm doomed forever. I really am. Because that is not something I could ever forgive. Nope. Truth be told, you guys can't either, because I didn't hear as much about it as I thought I would. Yeah, I really didn't. During the stream when it happened, see, the thing is, it was the second time that it ever happened. The first time it happened, I was in a stream, and awful. It was awful. I got murdered. I got murdered. It was awful. But I deserved it, so, it is what it is. But that's how you guys really didn't let me have it too much. Really, the two people that let me have it the most were Jay and Geronium, and they get off on being mean to me. That's not true. They're good friends. By which I mean they're awful friends. But they're awful friends because they're good friends. Does that make sense? You guys know what I'm talking about. There are people in everybody's lives like that. I do enjoy their presence quite a bit, though. So, if I didn't, I wouldn't put up with them. So, take that to heart, you guys. Alright. So, as you see, we actually activated the red water switch. Really? Really, Link? As I was saying, God, you just cannot help but dive, can you? You stupid fish, man. Ow! I'm not even gonna bother you. I have no time for your shenanigans, Mr. Sculptula. I just don't. We got stuff to go do. As I was saying, we activated the red water pump and deactivated the yellow water pump, which actually reverses the flow of the water wheel. Kind of a neat little... No! What the crap? What? Oh. Gravity is not my friend in this episode. It really isn't. It's already screwed me over like 4 or 5 times. We're only a few minutes in the friggin' episode. As I was saying, we reversed the polarity on the water wheel, or whatever you want to call it. It's not really polarity. I'm just being dumb. Don't take me seriously if you have like a science test tomorrow or something, because that's not. Please don't let me be your teacher. We reversed the water flow, so now, as you can see, we're actually flowing in the opposite direction we were. We come through here, which is an oddly familiar place. It's actually a good time to get that stray fairy we got in the last episode, but really, I just like getting it a little early. There's no reason not to, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, that is right and never wrong. Humble. This room is actually one I remember most throughout this entire dungeon. Well, one I remember most, not the one I remember most. Because it kind of showcases the annoying thing about switching that, between fire and ice arrows and all that. We'll be doing that a lot in this room and one other room. And it really kind of sticks out throughout the entire dungeon. What we actually have to do... Actually, I don't know why I put my fire arrows on. I need my ice arrows. Wait, no, get out of Zora Mask. Wait till we're at the very, very top here. And shloop, freeze that, and it actually stops this water wheel here. Now, if you know what you're doing, you can get this done without having to constantly freeze and unfreeze and all that. However, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're playing the game the first time, or just generally not, you know, aware of everything in the game in this particular room, you have to do that like several times, and it can be really annoying. But luckily for you guys, I know exactly what am doing. So yeah, there's that. This actually right here is a stray fairy I have the hardest time remembering about, because it's really well hidden, just the angle it's at and everything. Yay. And I believe that's actually all the stray fairies in here. We've already got 10 stray fairies. That's not much more than we had last episode. But still, it's neat. Pretty neat, yeah? I think it is. You know what? Shut up. Nobody asked you guys. I don't. I've gotten a little bit, like, too into the fake crying thing lately. And I'm not sure how I feel about it. But whatever. We'll work with it. So we did that. We got all the stray fairies in this... Stray fairies in this room. So we shouldn't have to actually... Once we get back up here and freeze again, that should be all we need to do. But yeah, if you don't already know where those fairies are, this room can be considerably annoying by having to freeze and unfreeze constantly. Or if you fall down like one time, it's already more annoying than it should be. The room itself is more annoying than it should be, just by having to switch back and forth the times we have to. It's only necessary to do like twice, but even that's, you know, pretty bad. I don't want to say bad, because I get the mechanic they're going for, and it was actually, it's a cool mechanic. It just ends up being really annoying when you have the little animation to play in between and everything else. It doesn't play as well as it should, if that makes any sense. Does that make sense? Whatever. We need to get down here, put the Zora mask on. We're gonna have to sink. There we go. Get down here, and you see there's oddly conspicuous barrel here. So you race into that, and we get another stray fairy. Stray fairy, come here. The stray fairies are obviously the most important thing about this entire mission. The entire dungeon is just a setup for the stray fairies. That's it. That's it. I will say, this is actually one of the more useful rewards you get for doing the stray fairies, so if you only do one stray fairy in this, or only do one stray fairy thing in this entire game, this should probably be that one. Just to be straight up. No, Link. This is the other room that I think about whenever I think about how kind of annoying it is to have to switch back and forth like this. Again, if you know the room ahead of time, it's not that bad. But if you go in this blind, like the first time you play through the game, this room can be extremely annoying. Because there's cutscenes every time you switch arrows. Every time you freeze or unfreeze the water, there's a little cutscene that plays. It's just... It was a good idea that just didn't quite have... what's the word I'm looking for? It was a good idea that just didn't quite play out like it should have, if that makes any sense. Good on paper, bad in practice. Alright, now we actually don't have any water flowing yet anyway, so that didn't really do us much good, but we needed to come do it in the first place, so, don't worry too much about doing it out of the wrong order. I think, if I remember right, I mentioned the last episode that, okay, that works, whatever. I mentioned in the last episode that this is the dungeon I kind of screwed up on when I was younger that made me not like this game. And I want to say it was something to do with the green pipe is what messed me up in the first place. This is another stray fairy that can actually be kind of confusing if you don't know where it is right off the bat. And there we go. And hook shot over to the chest. And then we get yet another stray fairy. Should be number 12? Number 12! We only have 3 more to get. I think that's all of them in this room. If I remember correctly. Is that all of them? Yes, it is. Woohoo! So we're burning on up through here. Something. What? Whatever. We're doing good. That's the basic synopsis of what I was trying to say. We're doing alright. We're doing pretty good. Doing alright. Alright, so we don't have the green water flowing yet, but that's okay. It'll come in time. This actually brings us back out into this room here. Again, backtracking. Hip hip hurrah. Hip hip hurrah, hooray. Alright, we can actually go ahead. Good God, that was a weird dolphin jump there. We can actually probably go ahead and get the water flowing. There's no reason not to. You can do that at any point in time. But since we're in the main room again anyways, we might as well go ahead and do it. Might as well. This little jump right here can be kind of annoying, though, if you're trying to jump on top of the propellers, because you have to time it just right and smack your head just right, but it works. And one more time. I'm actually pretty decent when it comes to timing things, timing-based things. I think that's one of the reasons I like rhythm games so much, and I used to be really good at rhythm games, too. Yeah, okay, this is the right one. See, this is what I started doing in the last episode where I unfroze that waterfall. This is actually where the green pipe starts. So we need to actually come over here. Nope. There, thank you. We need to come over here, and is there a stray fairy here? There is. Yay. I think I remember where that stray fairy is, but I'm not 100%. Whatever. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. It's gonna be all right. What we need to do is actually use these barrels to hook shot over here, and then we will use the ice platforms. Also, do not break those barrels. You will be needing them later on. We can use the ice, there we go, platforms to get over here and cut the switch on, and thus the green water will flow. I mean, green pipe will flow. Probably shouldn't be green water. That's bad for you. Don't ever drink green water. Unless you made it green, in which case, I mean, whatever. It's a free country. Do what you want. Assuming you're watching this in a free country. It always kind of boggles my mind that there are places where free, you know, this... Well, alright, here in America, we always hear, this is a free country. We can do what we want. That's something that, like, happens a lot. And it boggles my mind to think that there are places where that does not apply. I know that's a very, like... I don't want to say Eurocentric, American-centric attitude to have, but it still just freaks me out a little bit. That there are places where you can't say stuff like that, because it doesn't really apply. It just, I don't know, it seems odd to me. Whatever. I shot too many of those anyways, whatever. I think you have to be pretty far back to actually... Yeah, okay. Oh no! No! Crap, crap. Hurry, hurry! No! I only have one arrow left! Oh god, no, I wasted it. Alright, let's try that again. I got 10 arrows this time, so I believe in myself. Do you guys believe in me? You probably shouldn't. It's not. It has been proven to be not a good idea to believe in me. Scientifically. Oh, crap. See? What did I tell you? I told you shouldn't believe in me. It's a bad idea. Alright, there we go. Please, can I just get up there? Thank you. We need to get that just the right angle so we can get up here. Because there's a frickin' stray fairy. This is where that stray fairy is, by the way. Jays. Yay. Stray fairy number 13. There's 2 left, and they're actually in the final room of the dungeon, so... Yay! No more stray fairy hunting, because we know where they all are. So now we did that. We actually need to go back inside the pool here. Everybody in the pool! Whee! Oh, well, that's not what I want to do, but whatever. And we need to go all the way to the bottom this time. We already went into the top one right here. I have noticed another, like, helpful hint in this dungeon is just to kind of go with the flow of the water, which I think is kind of what they went for, really, but I don't know, that didn't really catch to me as a kid for some reason. But as long as you, like, go from top to bottom with the flow of the water... Oh, are we already at the end? Wait, really? Holy crap! We are! Okay, I don't know why, but I thought there was more to do in this dungeon. Wow. Alright, yeah, sure, whatever. Don't go outside this door to get that fairy. You don't need to. Just, there you go. And don't worry about him chasing us down. He will, he will later on. What we actually need to do, as you can probably see the other fairy out there in the corner of your eye, is come right here. Whoop. Unequip the ice arrows, because we don't need to waste magic. And, ooh, actually, let's go ahead and get the Great Fairy Mask out, too. Get the Great Fairy Mask out. Put it on. There we go. And that'll attract the one we freed a while ago and also shoot that. And then we just play the waiting game. Event ever 14, yay. And 15 is stuck on a post. Well, come on, Onion Head, you can do it. I believe in you. Your head looks, it really looks, you're not getting off of it, are you? You're really not. Come on. Thank you, Stray Fairy. They're like children. Which, when it comes down to it, which is disturbing because the thing they combine to make is not a children. It's not even close to a children. It's as far away from a children as you can get. Children are innocent, young, and beautiful cinnamon rolls, too good for this world. But no, not those things. They really do disturb me like a great amount. I don't know why. I think it's more the N64 graphics versus just them themselves. But they just look, it's the makeup. I think it's the makeup. And I'm not against makeup in any way, shape, or form, but I just feel like it's a little bit too much when your entire face is basically covered in pink. They look like strippers, alright? I'm sorry, they do. And again, got no problem against strippers, but just not when it comes to giving me magic powers or a new sword or something. Shouldn't be, you know, Lady in the Lake, I would understand, but not strippers, not strippers. You don't go down to the corner. You know what, I'm gonna end this thought train before it derails any further. So obviously we're in the boss fight here. Good old, wait for it. And whee! Gargantuan masked fish Gyorg. Alright. So, not my favorite boss by any means, but definitely one of my favorite boss names. And whoop! It's a pretty easy boss fight altogether. All you have to do is watch for the bubbles, and I'll kind of show that again here in a minute. And shoot him with an arrow whenever you can. And once you do, jump down with the Zora mask, shock him to death, and that's pretty much it. Oh no! He ate me! Well, that's unexpected. Crap. Ow. Yeah, the boss fight in general is not that hard. I have had problems with it before, but usually it's not that bad. And especially if you're good at dolphining. I turned that into a verb, and I'm alright with that. Yeah, see those bubbles. That's what you're going to be looking for. Wait for it. Don't ever get too close to the edge until... He's going to do it here in a second. There we go. Whee! Yeah, wait until he actually hits that before you go close to the edge, because if he hits it when you're on the edge, you get knocked in the water, and that's how he actually does damage to you. It's pretty annoying. But as long as you kind of time everything right, it shouldn't be that hard to avoid getting hit for the most part. I do think they actually softened the edge of this platform some in terms of like the hit detection and all that. So dolphining up on top of the platform is actually pretty easy. Where are you? There you are. Look for the bubbles. Dolphining up on the platform is pretty easy, easier than it is in pretty much any other platform in the entire game. So yeah, you can kind of tell that they did put a decent amount. Oh crap! Don't eat me. Okay, no, he's not gonna eat me. He's instead barfing up babies because that's normal. Laughing babies, not even just babies. Babies that have an evil, like a Joker-style laugh. No! Stop eating me! Please. Please. It's really not that hard to avoid. I'm making it much harder than it needs to be. And whoop. Yeah, you can... Oh, no, get back up there. You can see they did kind of soften the edge of that platform a little bit, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure. Because it is kind of heavily implied that you need a dolphin out of this. Which is neat. I'd love that they put the Zora swimming mechanics into the boss fight and all that. I wish the boss fight was a little bit harder, and I know in the 3DS version they changed it up a little bit. They made them look a lot different. They had like a big giant eye. I don't know. And I know, like, I think I remember hearing that it was a little bit harder in the 3DS version. I didn't have any problems with it really, but you can't believe everything you read on the internet, children. Well, that was unnecessary. Also, we're down to 1 arrow, so hopefully this will be... Oh, well, crap, I need arrows. Give me arrows. Arrows, thank you. No! Okay, I thought you were going to hit the platform. Everything turned out better than expected. He should only have, like, 1 hit left in him. The boss fight in general, like I said, not tough. It really is not. Yep, there you go. The fish is fried. And it's honestly kind of sad to watch him just kind of flop around and shrink. You know, it's going places it shouldn't go. Bye-bye, Gyorg. Who's up for a fish fry or some sushi? You like sushi? I like sushi. He just disappears into nothing, too, so whatever. Yay, so we beat Great Bay! Aren't you guys excited about that? And more importantly, you got a potato, your medal of it, and good about $100. Uh-oh. Finding more and more ways to do that is actually starting to cause bodily harm to me. You have just freed the innocent spirit that this dark smack hidden in the body. Isn't even Gyorg. I'm good at the reading. You shut your face holes. Alright? I don't need your sass. Alright, so we beat another boss. So that takes us to the lovely, lovely realm of the Treebeards or whatever this thing is. Where you get to hear them talk funnily. With a nice song playing in the background. Listen, we want you to lend us your power. If you just leave things as they are, something terrible will happen to this world. Surely you're the only ones who can stop it. That's what Tael was trying to tell us, right? We're not doing all this for nothing, are we? Help our Frishke kebab? Friend, that was my second guess. Friend. Alright, yeah. It was, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. I get it. We have to help the last one. Yes, there is only 1 dungeon left in the game, believe it or not. However, the LP itself is probably only maybe half or a little bit over halfway through. Yeah. There's a lot of side quests we still gotta do. There's only 1 dungeon left, but there's a lot of other smaller stuff we gotta do too. Yay, hey, Mr. Turtle. Now I can continue resting in peace. I too must abide the laws of ancient times and again merely watch from my deep slumber. But the evil that haunts this land has not completely vanished, Link. I shall depart after enjoying Lulu's voice a bit longer. I think the gods can permit that. Is that how turtles laugh? 'Cause I'm not a fan of it. Alright, so, there's one thing left to do in this episode. We gotta turn in the fairies, because I'll be dig-danged if I'm gonna forget to do it again. Not again. Alright, see, the thing is, with the... And I talked about this with a few people after the episode went up, but the thing is, with the Snowhead Temple and the fairies, when you beat Goht, it teleports you all the way back to the mountain village, which is bad. That's why you forget about it. It's bad. It's really bad. It should just transport you, like, out to the friggin', what you call it, like, the very first place you're, right outside the dungeon, I mean. Alright, we need to get up on this platform. Here we go. We have to do a little bit of parkour to actually get to the Great Fairy Fountain, whatever. Fountain, yeah, that's what it's called. I don't know why I couldn't remember that for a second. Make sure you have bombs before you do this. We picked some up in the dungeon, so we have some. That's the end of that sentence. There's nothing else there. You're looking for something that doesn't exist. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry. After we get up here, we can just hook shot onto these trees and all that. It's pretty straight shot for the most part. At one point, there is a crow. Thank you for your well-timed intrusion, Mr. Murder? Is that what they call it? Gwai. Excuse me. That's what the name is. Gwai. I don't know why I thought you were... Murder. That's a flock of crows. I don't know why I had that mixed up. Whatever. That would have been a better name for you than Gyorg. Gwai and Gyorg. Here to... Sounds like a Scandinavian magician act. Gwai and Gyorg here to make your day good. I love alliteration. I really do. Alright. So we got bombs. Blow up the boulders. Go turn the fairies in. Get our nice little prize. God, it's already night on the second day. Whatever. Whatever. There's a few side stuff we gotta do before we go back in time, but we'll be doing that in the next episode. Take your dig-dang fairies and give me my prize. Like I said before, this is actually one of the better prizes in the game in terms of the stray fairies. So if you are gonna do one, go ahead and do this one. At least your hair's not like I like the purple better than I do the pink or green or anything else. So you don't freak me out quite as bad, I guess. Oh, courageous young one, I am the great fairy of courage. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I shall lend you my strength. Appreciate it. I hope to never see you again, but I appreciate it. I mean, you creep me out considerably less than all the other ones, but you still creep me out, so, yeah. See, this is actually pretty neat because they give you this at a good time. This same thing's actually in Ocarina of Time, but it's at the very, very end of the game, which makes it pretty much useless besides the last boss fight. Yay, you look so excited, Link! Your defense has been strengthened. Enemies now do half as much damage as before. Yes! That's actually really cool! It's extremely useful. It basically doubles your hearts. Why would they put that at the end of the game like they do in Ocarina of Time? I understand not putting it like at the beginning or even in the first half of the game, but we just entered the second half of the game, basically, so it's a good time to give us something really useful like that. Good game design! Much better than Ocarina of Time, but I mean, hey, that's a debate for another day. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this episode. Today's daily question, I want to know what your least favorite Zelda game is. In the entire series, I want to know what your least favorite Zelda game is. I really don't know what mine is. Actually, no, I changed that. Adventure Link, Zelda 2. It was a decent game, but I did not like it as a Zelda game, if that makes any sense. I know that's kind of a split opinion, but I really did not like that game as a Zelda game. The game itself wasn't that bad. Night of the second day. It's a good time to end the episode. Good time. So leave your answer in the comments. We'll talk about it and have a good old time. As always, like if you like, leave a comment. Tell me what I did right, what I did wrong. Subscribe if you want to see more, and please share with your friends. And I will see you guys next time in Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. See you guys next time.